Absolutely not true, President. If it was a media report, you can get a footage of that meeting. It was recorded. I said that we have values that are aligned. It's different from saying we align our values to the US values. We have Zambian values. What are the Zambian values? We want our freedom as Zambians, isn't it? Those are values. We want our values. Those are our values. They shall not steal. Confirms that. Does that mean
the government spent 1.4 billion kwacha in wasteful expenditure in the year 2020. The largest amount arises from an irregularity involving the Ministry of Finance, where 850 and Advanced African Solutions. This is according to the latest audit.
4 billion kwacha, 6 million kwacha. This is according to the latest Auditor General report for the financial year ended 31st has been a great source of concern.
The irregularities where we have seen upward trend include wasteful expenditure, failure to follow procurement procedures, and vouched expenditure, unaccounted for revenue, unaccounted for funds, and non-submission of expenditure returns. The largest irregularity amounts in the report is wasteful expenditure, which increased from 3.7 million of 378%. Any benefit or obtains goods and services at exorbitant prices or cost. The implication of wasteful expenditure is that deserving sectors of the economy are deprived of the much needed resources.
According to the report, the second largest irregularity was failure to follow procurement procedures in amounts totaling 234 million kwacha. Dr. Sichembe says his office is greatly concerned with the failure to recover loans issued through empowerment programs, especially in the Ministry of Youth, Sport and Child Development, in amounts totaling 83 million kwacha.
This irregularity increased from 404,563 increment in office, and it is a clear indication of non-compliance to the Zambia Public Procurement Act and disregard of procurement guidelines in the purchase of various goods and services. The upward trend shown in the report is attributed to poor supervision, failure to consult the Attorney General on entering into contracts, and poor contract management.
The report has also revealed the failure by Zambia Postal Services Corporation Limited to remit statutory obligations amounting 988 million kwacha.
The implication of not remitting the funds include increased cost to the entities due to penalties and delays in paying employees' pensions when they retire. The areas that have seen an upward and supported payments from 4 million to 41 million and retired interest from 337,000 to 578,000.
Meanwhile, Dr. Sichembe says a report for utilization of election funds will be released by March 2022.
We have started already. We are pressed the councils of the magnitude of the work that...
A peaceful protest at the Ministry of Health if the erratic availability of consumables for kidney dialysis treatment in government hospitals is not addressed by the end of Thursday. In an interview with Foundation Secretary Augustine Muguka, despite suppliers having stocks of the consumables, the Ministry of Health has failed to purchase them amidst a daily assurance to do so, he says. Now, Mr. Muguka also says that the situation has left patients with kidney complications struggling and dying due to expensive consumables on the market. Efforts to get the Ministry of Health spokesperson Ebo Cavallo on the matter failed at broadcast time as his mobile phone went unanswered.
Of Zambia has bemoaned the delay by the Minister of Health to purchase dialysis consumables in public hospitals, coming from the period of increased cases of COVID-19 pandemic that hampered the importation of life-saving products for patients with kidney problems. The current situation is unacceptable.
During the peak of the COVID, that a number of our patients died because there was no way out. You see, the consumables that we are using, as patients at all these facilities, equally private or public, are not manufactured locally. They are either purchased from India, German, or Belgium. So now, at the time of COVID, you see the entire...
Mr. Mkuka says despite the non-availability of dialysis consumables among some suppliers in the country, the ministry has failed to acquire them.
Handling this situation, we are not happy about it, and as patients, our patients have really, complained, except that, we always wanted to sort of use the amicable solution by making sure that we visit all these offices and make sure that we discuss with them on the way forward and the best way to actually manage this. But it appears whatever that has been discussed hasn't come to a fruition.
The foundation has since given the ministry an ultimatum.
So as Kidney Foundation of Zambia, if nothing happens today, because these promises have actually been coming in for the past 1 month, that the consumables will be delivered the following day, which has not happened. Today, as I'm talking to you, I can call the supplier. The supplier can confirm to say the consumables are loaded on the trucks. They are just awaiting authorization. Then they can be delivered to ZAMSA. Then ZAMSA takes these items to the University Teaching Hospital. This is not happening. So if this does not happen today, we are planning for a very peaceful, protest, so to say, where we should be able to march to the minister's office and make sure that we register our displeasure.
When contacted for a comment over the matter, Minister of Health spokesperson was not available for a comment. Dialysis consumables form a key and basic necessity for the treatment and eventual survival of patients with kidney complications. Reporting for MUVI TV News, I'm Afias Kaptula in Lusaka.
Fishermen have cried foul over fishing restrictions imposed by the Fisheries Department in Kazungula district. Fishermen in Mambova village of Chief Sekute area say the Fisheries Department officers in the district have gone rampage confiscating fishing nets. Fishermen talked to complain fishing nets being confiscated are the ones which were recommended for purchase and use by officers from the Fisheries Department. Meanwhile, Kazungula District Fisheries Assistant Officer Lemi Munajiwete has denied the accusation, saying the department has only been discouraging use of banned fishing nets.
Among the people along the Zambezi River in Kazungula district, as it is their only way of survival. This is Mambova village of Chief Sekute of Kazungula district. Fishermen here are not in support with how the Fisheries Department have been operating, as they have been confiscating their fishing nets, which they say are not recommended size.
Maneti amene batilesayo magrass cotton etizi babalesa bati benika kuvala kwa mene uko kwa mena chokera instead ya kuno kumumana abatisiye ono tisebenze ngati sibaza kwanza kwa vala uko na kuno batisiye abantu bativuta ise stinkala mushe kuno every day sebota tamanga che mumana umu kale fish bani tusokonezewa fish bani la mulo tuziba somba bana vala but I time ya kutati period from March to 31st November afuna kutusiya tusebenze bwino but we have a daily bapitirira chemo mino mubango kopa ama license tugula ma license but pasiko time osebenza bwino kulibe time osebenza bwino tuzasebenza bwanji la boma tuichindika tulirira kuli boma itumvelele ko chava chinsoni chatu kulira kwatu please
maneti aya ise kuno stipanga maneti kuti vazitishokera amene baba fisheries maneti achoka kwa mene huko angena maneti kwa mene angena huko safunika
Mambova head woman also
so vavidai na kwa kuli vapengo tetu mali kuzoma March, April, June, July, August, September, October.
Meanwhile, when contacted for a comment, the Department of Fisheries officer Lemi Munachkwete distributed those claims, saying he has been discouraging the use of nets.
We are pushing them out in illegal fishing due to the which has been set. Why are you letting these people using illegal nets? So we have to say you can use it. Whether they are layout, the instrument states that one supposed to be on water with a fishing license. 1.5 inch.
However, representatives of the camp have called on government to quickly on the side and resolve those between fisheries officers and fishermen, stating that this unfair working environment is making their livelihood difficult. Vijolo Mambo, MUVI TV News, Kazungula District.
You're watching the news.
They'll play a high press to force the mistakes. They'll dominate the aerial ball. They too tall. We will handle the pressure and smash them on advantage. This is why I bet. This is why I bet. This is why I bet. Betway.
As a young mom, you're not always sure that you're doing it right. Choosing the best baby care products for your child can sometimes be difficult. So I asked a pediatric nurse for advice, and she recommended BabyMed. Hypoallergenic skincare products specially formulated to suit my baby's fragile and sensitive skin. A complete range of products that
Mr. Money! Mr. Money, he knows it all. I'm here to tell you what Airtel Money is all about. Move cash from the bank to any Airtel Money account. Are you tired of long bank queues? Get Airtel Money, that's what you use. Mr. Money, he knows it all, money. He knows it all. Save and earn interest in your Airtel Money account. Take loans for emergencies and get your right amount. That's right, Mr. Money, he knows it all, money. He knows it all. Do it all with Airtel Money. Transfer money from your bank account to Airtel Money. Save money, earn interest, and loads more. Airtel Money. Instant, secure, borderless.
One expert. Enjoy true feelings. A flood of emotion.
With the new MUVI Relaxer Cream, I get to wear just like I live my life. The stereotype. Go naturally curly, bob it. You'll definitely stand out. MUVI.
Thank you very much for Sport and Arts Minister El Kandu has issued the Osaka when he inspected tankers at Kapesi. Mr. Kandu, this is being done to clear assumptions that the tankers are owned by big business once issues. Mr.
If we are talking about youths owning F youths, as long as they are Zambians, they are entitled to. And I want to direct that